Hey guys, it's Victor, Gimmeabreakman. Join me as I walk around my neighborhood for a laundry video. If you're new to the channel, thanks for subscribing. A laundry video is a video where I just walk around and meander, both physically meander like walking around and meander in conversation. This is a house that, well, it's been abandoned now for quite a long time. Someone told me rats are in there, but I don't know. This is what we call in Japan a gomiyashiki, which means homie house. It's kind of windy today. I hope it's not too windy, but we're gonna walk around and just blab and blab. I got a particular subject I want to talk to you guys about. By the way, yeah, for those of you who don't know, this is a laundry video. Let me repeat that. What it is I just talk and I walk around, and sometimes I walk around and sometimes I just don't walk around. I just stay in my room, but I talk at length and go off on tangents. Some guy complained the other day. He was a new guy. He'd been some other person recommended my channel to him, and he said that I meandered too much, but that was the kind of point. This is a new apartment building that I'm showing to you. Over here, this plot of land. This all used to be this plot of land, and this apartment used to be one huge house. Yeah. No, I'm sorry. That was a parking lot. But that was a huge house. And now they're going to build two more. That's been cut up into two lots of land, and they're going to build maybe more apartments there. I don't know. Lots of building in Japan. Yeah. So today I got to deposit some money in the bank. So you're going to go with me, and then I'm going to take you to some back streets. As I talk about this subject, which is probably in the thumbnail or in the title, my 40th year high school reunion, which I did not go to, and a little bit about that. I've always been a believer in the idea that the boy is the father of the man. I don't know if you ever heard that before, and it's kind of a strange idea, but the idea, if you don't know, is that who you are as a child kind of shapes who you become as an adult. Yeah, so I think it's very interesting. There was a movie, sumo show called Sanctuary on Netflix. Highly recommended. Really good show, really interesting. And two of the main characters in the movie, we keep seeing their lives when they were younger. Well, that house has also been fixed up over there. We see their lives when they were younger, and oh my God, the sun just blinding me. You see that? Oh my God. Yeah, we see the boys as they're young and what shaped them, and then they're going off to battle in the sumo ring, and we see them again later. We should go this way. So it's not so noisy on the street. Anyway, so 40th year anniversary. Let me tell you what happened. So I went to a school in Florida, and it was a very good school. It's a private school. Most of the kids were white. In my class, there were 2 or 3 black kids and 2 or 3 Hispanic kids, and everyone else was white. And I grew up under the impression that I myself was somehow white, you know. I didn't realize that I was a so-called spick, as many other racist white people would tell me later in my life. Not that I suffered much from it. I mean, but wherever I went, people would think, like if I was in Florida, people would call me a Cuban. If I was in New York, people would call me Puerto Rican. If I was in Texas, it would be Mexican. And the funny one is when I was in Seattle, people thought I was Native American. That's always interesting. I love these little streets, little narrow streets. Been here in Japan now 34 years. This is my 34th year. But I'm still quite happy to see how people decorate their houses and stuff. And it's always amazing to me that nothing gets ripped off. People just leave stuff out all the time. Like even like this truck over here. See this truck on the left? It's there's another gomiyashiki over there. This truck's got all this stuff in the back, and nobody steals it. People leave their bikes out there, and nobody steals it. There's another gomiyashiki over there. So okay. Anyway, so I, of course, living in my high school was in Florida, the school I graduated from. Very good school, very expensive at the time, and I think even, of course, really expensive now. I don't know how much. I looked it up once, but it's like some crazy money. When I started there, they had 7th to 12th grade, but they slowly expanded until now it's a whole system from kindergarten to 12th grade. And they had a very good football team and a good swimming team, and but it was B level. I mean, not the biggest one. I don't know how they judge that in high school, but anyway, it was pretty competitive. All of the kids went to college, like 99% of the kids went off to college. Another beautiful little street, right? All the kids went off to college. And I don't keep in touch with anybody from my high school. I've kind of lost all my friends. I had a really good friend back then. I guess I can say names since nobody's gonna watch my videos. His name was Larry. He was a good friend. He's my best friend, I guess. And one day, I was hanging out with this girl, my high school girlfriend. I guess I can say her name too, Shelly. And I forgot about Larry. And remember, these are the days before cell phones and before internet. And we were planning to all go to the shopping mall together. And I forgot about Larry. I had my car. I went to pick up Shelly, and we were supposed to go by and pick up Larry. And by the time, we got to talking, and we were into each other, I guess I don't think we were actually dating yet. We were just kind of starting off. I guess the spark of teenage love and the hormones and whatever. I forgot about Larry. He never really forgave me for that. He pretended like it was no big deal. But after that, it was like, he never really forgave me. So, yeah. And the weird thing is, he was my best friend. What can I say? I guess he was a great guy. I haven't spoken to him in over 40 years now. But when he, we gotta go to the bank. We're gonna go to the bank. Which way? We're gonna take a side street. We're gonna cross the street and go to the bank. He showed up on my parents' house doorstep in Tampa. And I've never lived in Tampa. I don't live in Tampa. My parents lived in Tampa. They still live in Tampa, but they live between Florida and Peru now. They travel back and forth now that they are retired. But he showed up on the doorstep once, like a year or two after graduation. He'd been skydiving in Tampa. I just wanted to say hi. But I felt it was more like, I don't know. I felt like he just wanted to show that he was cool. So that was my impression. But of course, I didn't know. Anyway, that was my best friend. And then my high school girlfriend, we dated for a few years after college. And then broke up. It was a pretty bad breakup for me. Psychologically, I was pretty fucked up in my life for a long time. Couldn't really touch her at all. And then we got back together for 1 week, and I realized that it wouldn't work. And I kind of was able to get closure. But the funny thing is, when you're a teenager, man, love is just so amazingly important. It's just, love is just so strong when you're a teenager. I don't think you can ever love as much as you can when you're a teenager, when it's fresh and new. I mean, I've loved as strong since then, but I don't know, I feel like the memory of the love is much stronger. Maybe I just can control it better. Yeah, I'm more used to disappointment now. I like this. I always want to get this on camera. I'm talking to you guys, I didn't notice. So, yeah, like I've loved since then, much stronger. I guess I love, of course, my kids even stronger than that. But in high school, you can't control it. You don't know how to act. Everything's embarrassing and shameful. And it's so upsetting, Go down the street. Go on the bank. It's not the best looking street, but what do you guys care? You don't live in Japan. This is all new to you, right? You're happy to be walking around with me, right? Right? Let me know in the comments. Anyway, so I don't keep in touch with anyone. My other really good friend was a girl who was also Shelly's friend, and she she had no interest in. She's actually kind of one of the reasons I came to Japan because. Uh, yeah, don't let your dog shit here. She told me about her friends who. She said, "Oh, my friend, he went to Japan and he taught English." And I thought that's a pretty good idea because I've always been interested in Japan. My dad has always been a big Japan promoter. He just thought, those Japanese, man, they lost the war and they came back and they just became the #1 power. You gotta work hard like a Japanese, like a samurai. My dad's always put a lot of stock in working hard, and so have I, probably to my detriment, but anyway. So, yeah, lost touch with her, all my good friends, lost touch with all of them. But then Facebook came along, years and years later. I started reconnecting with some people, just talking a little bit, not much. You know what? One of my good friends, the valedictorian of the school, he found one of my videos, and he made a video response to me. And this is like, I don't know, 10 years ago. And he was really happy to see me on camera and talking. He was like, wow, you're really good at this, blogging stuff. And I still keep in touch with him. When he turned 50, his wife emailed me and asked me to make a video for him to kind of commemorate his turning 50. Of course, he didn't return the favor to me, but not that I asked for it. It's kind of silly how you feel a little bit hurt by things like that. Like, hey, I did it. Why didn't someone celebrate my 50th? When Tomoko turned 50, everyone made videos and sent them to me, and I made this compilation. But when I turned 50, nothing happened. Not even my wife. No one seemed to care. Like houses with yards in Japan, very rare. It was good to see. Anyway, so why am I talking about this? So the other day on Facebook, I see that they're having the 40th year anniversary. There's a group for our school. And, like I said, I don't really keep in touch with with anybody, really. I mean, just, I see a little post here and I give a thumbs up and maybe say a little comment. Nothing major. But I see a comment from a guy that I don't remember at all, to be honest. He was but in our dorm, in our school, in our high school, we had a dorm for students who, were sent there to live in the dorm and go to school there from other cities and countries even. And one of the kids actually is a Japanese kid who came from Nagoya, which is where I live. And I've never looked him up or anything. We weren't friends or anything. And I think he didn't really speak English really well. I don't really remember. I mean, I was pretty much friendly to everybody, from what I can remember. I was, in case you're curious about my status in high school, I was a funny kid. I was like a really good writer. People respected me for my writing skills. I was not a super popular kid, but I wasn't a dork either. I was like right between. Like I like to think that I was kind of like the bridge between the dorks and the cool kids. The cool kids would talk to me and ask me, and I did pretty good in school, so it was kind of respected, I guess. But I went to a stupid school where people judge you from things like your SAT test. I don't know if that resonates with anyone, but now you can see what kind of a dork I was. Even for years after I graduated high school, you would like meet people, and you would judge them by their SAT scores, which is really stupid now that now that I'm older. But anyway, so one of the kids from the dorms, let's call him Joe, just because I don't think anyone in my school is called Joe. Let's call him Joe. He left a post basically really angry, saying, fuck all you guys. I hope none of the dorm guys are going because you guys were shits and you treated us like shit. And basically, he was like, just fuck everybody, And I've never been back. And I don't know if he's ever been back. From the post, it seemed like he was really just angry. That's the point. He was really angry. Yeah. About the way he was treated in high school. Yeah. So I was really just amazed that someone could still be angry after all this time. It's 40 years, and the guy. If I were him, I would just ignore it. I would just say, yeah, I wouldn't even be in the group. I would just I don't have no interest in anybody. I would keep in touch with my friends from the dorm, I guess. But the ducks in that car. I would, I would, I would, I wouldn't bother leaving an angry comment. I'm gonna stop at the bank, put some money in, so I'll see you guys in a minute. Okay, finished with that. Nice and quiet in there. Let's get out of there. Let's go to find a back street. Supposed to be meeting my wife and kids. They're gonna go to the supermarket. Yeah. But these back streets are kind of cool. Anyway, yeah, anyway, he was really pissed off. And another guy who I wasn't really friends with, but he was this really cool guy. He was a baseball, football player. Sorry. We didn't have a basketball team. He was a football player, big guy. Didn't really talk to him. Kind of the cool guy, cool guy. He, I'm kind of friendly with him on Facebook. And even though we weren't friends in high school, I see his posts and a lot of what he writes, resonates with me. And I sometimes leave comments on his posts. And he wrote a nice post just basically saying, we don't have security guards here, I think. Security guards at the convenience store. Kind of weird. Anyway, he wrote something saying, dude, you gotta let that shit go. And I'm sorry if you feel that way, but, you can't control how, you can control how you feel. You can't control how other people treat you. But you can control how you feel and how you think about things. And I suppose the whole post is, I should probably read it to you. Maybe I'll put it up there. But I was impressed with his post. He was very calm about it. But the guy wrote back, Joe wrote back, basically, fuck you. You're an asshole too. Only the dorm guys were nice to each other. Things like that. But I was thinking, I don't know why, but this whole, even though I'm not friends with any of these people really anymore, I don't really keep in touch with any of them. I was really interested in the fact that you can still feel that way, after 40 years, man. People like staring at me in the car behind me. As we cross the street, I was just really shocked. Wow, so angry. And I wrote, I sat on it for a couple of days, and then I wrote back. I basically wrote that, he's yelling at people who don't exist anymore. Because maybe you know that, I forgot the Greek philosopher, Euclides or something? Euclides, I'm sure that's not even a name. He says you can't dip your foot twice in the same river. Because you're different and the river's different. Wherever you put your foot, the river has already passed, right? So basically, we are always changing. We are never the same person. The person that existed yesterday, or that I made a video before, or whatever, that's going to be it's a different person. And of course, when you're a child, we're just getting chilly out here. It's November 3rd. It's a little bit chilly. Finally, it took forever to get chilly, man. Yeah, that's kind of the point. We all change. Some of the streets here in Nagoya are really cool, really old. Even though a lot of it was bombed, destroyed during the war. Some of the streets are still quite narrow. Kind of cool. Yeah, we're never the same person. So all the people that he's mad at, that treated him badly, they're all, they're gone. And he must be different too. He must be a completely different person. And why dwell on the past like that? I mean, I understand things hurt, but Jesus Christ, in 40 years. 40 years, man. I mean, but maybe it's just my personality. I was a really unhappy kid in my senior year. I have a nice rock with some octopus pie. I was a really unhappy kid. I was really negative. I'd broken up with my girlfriend, Shelly. Or she had broken up with me on my birthday. And I just decided as a hormonal teenage kid to be angry for my whole senior year. Yeah. I decided. And I pretty much was. until I finally got over it. And just as I got over it, she decided to come back. So I had a happy ending and a happy ending, if you know what I mean, to my senior year. Unfortunately, I broke up with another girl that I had started dating at the time, and it broke her heart really badly. It was a real dick to her, but the heart wants what the heart wants. And yeah. So, but mostly I was angry during my senior year, and I was like the top 10, one of the top 10, definitely top 10% students, maybe top 10. Our graduating class was like 130, 150 people. I don't remember, but it was one of the top students. And then after at the beginning of the year when Shelly broke up with me on my birthday, I just let it all go to hell, and my grades dropped, and I became a recluse, and just really punished myself by making my life more miserable. You know the expression "misery loves company." I think sometimes that means when you're miserable, you just want to be even more miserable. You just want to soak in it like a hot bath, you know. Some nice flowers over here in the yard, overgrown yard. Oh yeah, check it out. See this bug here? You guys see this bug? It's a bug, but it looks like a hummingbird, right? It's like a hummingbird bug. It's not a hummingbird though. Isn't that cool? I've never gotten such a good footage. This is really good footage of this hummingbird bug. Yeah, look at that. It smells good too. They come out kind of in the night or in the evening. It's not even night yet, of course. Look at that thing. Look at him. He's going to town. Really interesting, huh? This is the best footage I've gotten from this bug in a long time. Well, okay. I'm sure you guys are quite bored with that. But, anyway, so I wrote Joe back on Facebook. I said, to be honest, I don't think I remember you. But, I told him I was interested in the idea of the boy is the father of the man, and how we are shaped by what happened when we were younger, children, etc. But, well, here's a nice tree over here. This is something typical. And you see the house on the left? See the house in front of you right here? Right there? That's a cool kind of bonsai type of tree. And how, he was basically kind of wasting his time being angry because we're all different people now. And why even bother with spitting out anger? Because none of those people exist anymore. All those teenagers have gone on to become adults, and their hormones have balanced out, and they're different people. This guy, sometimes he puts signs on cars saying, "Hey, I want to buy your car." I've seen them on motorcycles a lot, but not on cars that much. Yeah, I like this kind of tree branch. I always like these. Yeah, I'm easily kept happy by hold on. See that? I'm trying to see that lantern, stone lantern there. There's a guy on TikTok that makes all his videos like this. I think they're kind of funny. It'd be kind of funny if all my videos were like that, right? What's going on here? All my videos are like, hey, okay guys, just the top of my head. Anyway, going through parking lots. A woman there. Oops. There are 100,000 people in Japan who are over the age of 100 now. Yeah. There's a lot of controversy in the recent days about between those two big Japan vloggers, Oriental Pearl and Born in Japan. And the question is whether Japan is cooked or not. And I got to tell you, Japan is cooked. I really don't see how there's any way we're going to get out of this hole with all the anti-immigration rhetoric and reluctance to accept immigrants, while at the same time, the population is shrinking. The birth rate is 1.12% or something, or 1.12 kids. It's pretty much impossible. According to some studies, no country has ever recovered from such a low birth rate. So this is the end of Japan. Enjoy while you can. Better get over here and visit while you can, because it's over. It's over, guys. It's over. that's where I want to go. I'm not sure. Um, yeah. Anyway, holding on to that grudge for so long, it just seemed crazy to me. And I wrote to him. I said, you're wasting your time with all this anger. And if I were you, I would just not even be in this group. I mean, or not leave a comment. Just you can, I guess, what's that called? Lurk. You can just lurk and read what everyone says and just hate them silently. But I mean, really, why bother hating anybody at this point? 40 years ago, the football player that I was not friends with in high school, and I feel like we could sit down and have a beer and have a good time, have a good talk. Politically, a lot of our opinions seem to align. But anyway, see the red light here? It's red. And my son refuses to walk across streets that are red. My son is more Japanese than I am. He just refuses. It's crazy. Anyway. Yeah, they got me thinking about how we were in high school. But at the same time, I got to admit that I don't really see much reason going back to high school reunion anymore. My high school girlfriend, Shelly, she said, when it's our 50th reunion, you got to promise to come visit. But I'm pretty sure she's not going to come. I reached out and had some conversations with her the other day. She's lived on this street, but it's quiet. And she's yeah, we talked, we caught up a little bit. She's of course, she's married, has a kid. He's like 17 or 18. My kids are 8 and almost 11 now. We just caught up and everything was nice and there was no weirdness. It was just like, hey, how you doing? And she's not on Facebook. She didn't want to accept. I reached out. Oh, look at this house all overgrown. No one lives here anymore. Another Akia. Probably. I mean, I don't really know for sure, but yeah. Yeah, look at that. Anyway, another empty lot. Yeah, she doesn't even want to accept my friend request, but we did talk on Messenger for quite a bit. And then I asked her at the end. I said, "So, how are you? Is everything okay?" And she never answered. And that was like a month ago. So, but she's like that. She's a funny girl. When email was first started, we would email. Yeah, we stayed kind of friendly after the breakup, the second breakup. But she said, I don't want to email you too much because it's going to cost a lot of money. It must cost more to email to Japan. Yeah, we were friendly for quite a few years afterwards, and then just lost touch as people do. Another maybe Akia. No, this one looks like someone might live here. It's hard to tell. Hard to tell. Anyway, I don't think I'll be back for my 50th. When you're young, you make promises with people like, yeah, we'll definitely get together on our 50th reunion. I got engaged to a girl in Argentina after high school, a couple years after high school. And what's this? What's Central? Onsen. Look at that. I just got no home. Oh, my kids love onsen. You should come here sometime. Oh, sauna too. Wow. Cheap as hell. Kids love it. My kids love onsen. Come. Lost track. What was I saying? Huh? Oh yeah. My girlfriend in Argentina. We promised. There's a dog park. Maybe it's not a dog park, but there are dogs in there. No, it's not a dog park. There's a girl jogging for no reason. Yeah, we promised that we would get together. Like every 10 years or something, even after we were broken up. But we never did. We keep in touch though on Facebook, I guess. She seems to be fine. Another little garden. There's the moon. Can't really see what the moon is there. Quite beautiful. With the radio behind me. Man, old man brings his radio to listen to, keep him company as he works on his in his field. Nice trees, nice branches here. Kiwis, kiwis, huh? I don't know what they're growing here. We got oranges and kiwis. Quite sparse, right? That's nice. So, scenes from Japan. Scenes from Japan. Yeah, that's all I got for you guys. It was just something that's been kind of weighing on my mind, this whole thing. I wanted to just talk about it a little bit, give a little information as I walked around. Now I'm gonna go pick up my wife and kids. They're at the supermarket getting stuff, which is in this direction. It's one of the cheapest supermarkets in Nagoya, which we're lucky to live near. But I got more videos coming for you. Little by little, they'll be coming out, so keep your eyes open. And if you have any special requests, let me know. Especially new people. I like putting up whatever I want on this channel, but of course, if you've got requests, I'll think about making that kind of video too. So let me know. Anyway, that's all I got for you. Thanks for watching, guys. And if you feel so inclined, you know what to do. You know the drill. Like, comment, etc. All right. See you guys later.